Kia ora, welcome to Rotorua. We're here today for one of my favourite videos, Daily Drivers, but this time it's the New Zealand edition. So we're in the car park here at the Rotorua Forest. I'm going to meet some of the locals, see what bikes they're riding, see what they have to say about the forest. Let's go have a yarn. We found Willie and his specialised status. Now, right off the bat, I can see a few mods to it. Yeah. Let's just start with the drive chain. What is that? And let's just start up in the cockpit.
Sweet. It's a XT 11-speed Di2 drive chain I picked up in 2011 for 800 bucks.
That's so good.
And once upon a time I lost the actual lever for it, so that's the old tyre lever upgrade, so she's pretty good. A little hack in the shed right night before the race.
Yeah, so just for clarification, that's what you've just cut the end of a tyre lever off. Yeah. You've also melted that. Yep. And then turned it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
that was about 12 AM night before a race on the way up.
That's Kiwi ingenuity right there. That's fantastic.
That was a couple of years ago. I've had to do a few mods to the frame to actually get it to work, just because the Di2 plug's bigger than a normal cable. So a wee drill hole through there. To be honest, it was more Dremel. It was the angle wasn't quite right, so she's as messy as it could be, but...
Hey, look, it looks pretty tiny considering...
Yeah, well, that was a little bit of plastic banged in there to kind of hide it a little bit, and that's good to go. So.
And then, how does the 11-speed work? I mean, a little zip tie tied off at the end here, You're also running a zip tie around the lower cage there. What's all that about?
That's to hold the clutch on, because otherwise it turns itself off.
I do notice there's a band on your wrist.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Well, can't really remember about 30 to 40 minutes of my day yesterday. So that was getting the brain checked out at the ED, just to make sure I'm all good.
Well, I'm glad you got your head checked, and you're clear, right? You're
yeah, I'm allowed, I'm here, I'm allowed.
Okay.
So good to go.
What's your favourite part about this bike?
I guess how small it is and playful. I
mean, it's the mullet setup.
Mullet setup. To be honest, not a huge fan. I prefer the full 29, especially on a shorter travel bike. But it's just a bomb-proof, fun bike to ride.
How tall are you and what size is it?
S3, which is like their medium, but not because specialised. And I'm, I guess, a medium rider. I'm 5'11", kind of roundish.
Yeah, roundish.
Yeah.
Okay, good conversion. And then you've got the Hazard mud flap there.
Yep.
Looking pretty tidy.
Yeah, goes hard. Yeah. That's for the Wellington riding.
Yeah. If you're riding in Wellington, you need as much mud protection as you can get, right? And you've got the lock for safety on.
Yeah. That's just so, especially with a concussion, just to keep things in check,
Just to keep it on lockdown. Yeah, nice. What else have you had to do to it since you bought it?
Tubeless. You have to run high pressures in roto because otherwise you blow tyres off the rim. So
tyre pressure chat. What are we running, Willie?
30, 35.
Well, Willie, I think I'm going to let you lie down. You take it easy. You had a bit of an off yesterday. Thanks for having a yarn.
See?
Yeah, no, you just got to wait for your mates to come back from riding, I guess.
Pretty much.
Well, we've found Kev and his beautiful Santa Cruz Nomad. Kev, firstly, where are you from and how long have you had this bike?
Originally from Manchester, live here in Rotorua now. I've been on the bike for maybe 3 to 4 months riding it. Probably took just as long to find all the parts and build it as well.
I was about to say, let's start the story of this because this is a special bike. Start with the frame. Why the Nomad and what have you done to that so far since it's turned up?
Well, Nomad, I wanted something a bit longer travel. First thing, get all the tie bolts on the frame.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing that I had in the house at the time through lockdown. And then things just slowly started to turn up in the post, and yeah, it just sort of came together. And
so what you're saying, this is one hell of a lockdown project.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe let's next go to, the Hope stuff, because it sounds like it's close to your UK heart.
It is, yeah.
Why that, and what have we got? We've got the seat collar.
Oh yeah, stem cap with the team green bolt in it, all the green bits and bats, which are all add-ons to the E4s that I'm running.
Now let's, I guess, move to the wheels. You got the 27.5s on the Nomad.
Yeah.
You've gone for the WR1s.
WR1s, Sapin CX Ray spokes on Industry 9 hubs.
And then you've got PT's orange valve caps.
PT's supporting the British and all that, yeah.
Why aren't the tyres green or orange?
Because they don't make them yet. Yeah. I know of. Let me know when they do.
What else we got? We've got Deity Grips.
Dirty grips.
Orange.
Yeah. Next are carbon crank in
Yep.
green. Had to get that from Frankfurt. Only one in the world at the moment.
How have you got an orange cinch for that?
Another 40 hours of research.
Orange bird tip pedals.
Bird tip pedals, Mark 5s.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely love them. First time tried them.
Tidy. Well, look, I think I'm so glad we found you in this machine.
Yeah, I'm glad to share it with the world. So,
And actually, you know what we missed? We missed the rotors. And the green
Yeah.
titanium bolts for them.
it's insane, eh?
How many hours on the internet do you think this thing has
Oh,
burned?
my missus will probably know. Probably at least 40. If someone would only pay me for them hours, might be able to pay at least one part off.
Yeah, well, there we go. Well, Kev, it's an outstanding lockdown project. I'm
Thank you
glad
very
we
much.
saw it. Thanks very much. I guess we better let you get back to the
Back to the trails.
to the trails, exactly. We've found Sarah with her Scott Spark, and firstly tell us, where are you from and how long have you had this bike?
So, living in Tauranga, had the bike about 2 seconds. This is my second ride. Full sus and has got a drop post.
Why did you get this one?
So my best mate's dad has owned a bike shop for many decades in Tauranga called Coop Cycles. And I just put my full faith in Phil to give me what he thought I needed. And here we are.
And how has it ridden so far? Ride 1, how did it go? What are you looking for? What was the favourite part?
So to be honest, I'd ridden once before that on a hardtail, and getting this and going for my first ride was just an absolute dream. Only got up to a grade 2 my first time round because I was a little bit nervous, but we'll get there.
You've got a bit of a cockpit up here.
Yep, got a light.
Yeah, what's going on? How long are you guys going to be up for tonight?
Look, we'll see where it takes us. If we get lost, might be a little bit longer than expected, but yeah, we're ready to go if we're there in the dark.
Says, I love the attitude,
Yeah.
love it. What else do we need to know about you or this bike?
Not a lot, we're just going to send it pretty hard tonight and see how we go.
On the bike or in the pub?
Both.
Yeah, perfect. All right then, well, you seem busy. I will let you go. We've got Elliot here in his Kona Process X. Elliot, welcome.
Thank you.
Where are you from and how long have you had this bike for?
From Wellington. I've had this bike probably a little over a year.
It looks like it's been well ridden.
It has. It's been very well ridden.
Now, the first thing that stands out to me, possibly because it's the cleanest thing right now,
Yeah.
is the seat.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
So it's the, I don't even know the name of it, to be honest. It's Fabric Saddle. They had a competition ages ago with 50 to 1, and they it was like the Magic Saddle competition. It was the 50 to 1 special, and I got it. I won the challenge, and I got sent a saddle, and then I snapped it like within like a week of owning it. So they sent me a few in return. They sent me this one and another 50 to 1 as well. So I've been running it ever since. Been riding for One Up for a long time as well, 3 or 4 years. Yes, I mean they put me on flats like back then. I haven't gone back since.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah.
You've got it in full 29er because Process X can do
Yeah.
27 or
flippy.
29er.
Yeah.
Size large.
Yeah. So I sized down.
Yeah.
Like the more playful style of riding. To be fair, and this just does all that with the big travel. It's awesome on the big stuff, and then nice and tidy and small for the jumps and stees.
Yeah, and the stees.
Yeah.
Elliot's got some stees.
I switched it out. It came with the Super Deluxe Air. I switched it out for Super Deluxe Coil, just for some more burliness, I guess.
What's the favourite part about the bike?
Favourite part currently is probably the wheels. Wide open, kind enough to build set wheels for me with some Chris King hubs, and I actually only just got the rear one rebuilt for the first time in like my 3 years of owning them. Haven't cracked one yet. Well, knock on wood, but they've gone amazing.
You might also get a
Oh, proper
zip
zip
tie
ties?
cutter,
Yeah,
perhaps.
Those have been some fixing up
They
for the
look,
weekend.
like, they look like they do the job. They've,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
kept what's needs to be kept clean,
Yeah,
reasonably clean by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Well, anything else we need to know about you or this rig?
Oh, not too much really. That's about it. But yeah, thanks very much for having me.
No, buddy, great to have you.
Cheers,
Cheers. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Here with Alex and your XL Commencal Meta AM 29. How good, for starters.
Oh mate, it's pretty sweet, eh?
Yeah, Alex, where are you from and how long have you had this bike for?
So I'm born and bred here in Rotorua. I've had this bike probably about a month and a half before Crankworks last year.
Yep.
So
what's
probably
that,
about nearly 2 years.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful bike. She's done me well.
Oh man, what a treat. What have you done to it since you've bought it?
So since I bought it, I kitted it out with all the deity. Absolutely love it. I've also chucked on Shimano Saint brakes. Got the SRAM dinner plate 220mm rotors front and back.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Chucked a rainbow chain on just for a bit of pizzazz, bit of
Oh,
style.
bling, that's outstanding.
Yeah, mate. And then we've also got the Shimano Saint clip pedals down there as well.
Mint, Alex, that's wicked. And then deity bars, those still out at 800 by the looks of them,
Yeah.
the high rise?
Yep, so these are the high rise 38mm, still out at 800. Big guy, got to have something that's a bit big, eh?
Like motor it around. No, this is wicked. Same as my bike. I'm a huge fan.
Definitely.
The pump strapped on there
Got the
too,
pump
so you're
strapped
pretty
on.
well sorted.
Correct.
Where do you keep the tubes and stuff though?
Oh, you don't need them.
No, you don't need them. not in Rotorua. There's no sharp, angry rocks here.
Definitely not.
And then what about tyres wise?
Yep.
What's the Rotorua locals tip for tyres?
I probably run it slightly more aggressive than what is the pick of Rotorua. I go for an Assegai at the front and a DHF in the rear.
Yep.
Just gives me slightly more grip and makes me feel way more comfortable on the bike.
Yeah, and what pressure are those at usually?
Oh, I run them really hard. They're roughly about 45-50 psi.
Holy 45, 50. Man, you're like, you'll be
Yeah.
flying along this.
Mate, it's great.
That's so good. What else do we need to know about you or the bike, Alex?
Not a lot really. I mean, I've gone for the nice lightning Dibro there.
Nice.
I got the ride or die sticker. I mean, you kind of got to look the part when you're a bit of a mountain biker here in Rotorua as well, eh, right?
All the gear, but some idea.
Some
by the
idea,
sounds of it.
some idea.
I mean, you do work at Mountain Bike Rotorua.
That's
over
right,
here,
that's right, I
helping
do.
people get on the bikes every day, so you know what you're talking about. Sweet, Alex. Well, thanks heaps, mate.
All good, man, no problem.
It's been awesome to chat and check out this bike.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked, eh?
Wicked. Oh, we'll let you get back to work.
Cheers, bro.
Well, we're here with Tracy and her Banshee
Spitfire.
Tracy and her Banshee Spitfire. Tracy, firstly, where are you from and how long have you had this bike for?
I live here and I've had this for about 18 months. Just before lockdown last year I got it, so then it actually sat in the garage for a while.
How did you go about getting it and why this bike?
A friend of mine, her husband had it for sale, and I normally ride cross country and I wanted something that was just give me a little bit more confidence. And so yeah, got it.
It looks great. What's the favourite part about it?
It gets me out of trouble. When I go down things that scare me, it just eats it up.
It looks like you've got a very specific New Zealand
I got
Maxxis
that
mudguard there.
at Crankworks last year.
Perfect.
They were handing them out.
Is there anything else we need to know about you or the bike?
It's my happy place.
Bikes are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Tracy. We found Clive and we've found you with your Focus Thorn. But before you say anything, Clive, you're the age group national exterior champion.
That's correct.
Where are you from
Oh,
and how long have you had this bike for?
well, from the South Waikato, T-Rail. Used to be living on the coast, Mount Maunganui for 30 years. My mate down South Island, when I went touring down there, talked me into getting an e-bike after using his wife's one for a couple of weeks, and just the amount of ground you could travel and see was so much fun. So decided to get this, and it's just been pulled out of the garage, bit of a test run in the Redwoods. Didn't think anyone was going to see me. Any day in the forest is a good day anyway, so probably in another 5 years maybe I'm riding this all the time, but at the moment I prefer my pedal bike.
Nah, good on you,
Yeah.
Clive. Hey, thanks very much for the time.
Yeah, no
We'll
worries.
let you go.
Yeah,
Thanks
okay.
heaps.
Good.
Cheers, Clive.
Pleasure.
Well, there you have it. A few great New Zealanders and their bikes. What a treat. If you're from North America, I don't blame you if you've got the captions on. My accent does get a little thick down here. But thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe because we've got a few more videos coming out from New Zealand. We'll see you next time.